All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sunil Verma. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to distribute 71,000 appointment letters to newly inducted recruits at Rozgar Mela today. In Gujarat, 833 candidates left in fray after withdrawal of names for second phase of assembly elections. NIA arrests most wanted terrorist Kulvinderjeet Singh alias Khanpuria from New Delhi airport. India condemns missile launches by North Korea. Death toll rises to 162 in Indonesia earthquake. In cricket, third and final T20 international between India and New Zealand to be played at McLean Park and in Napier today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will distribute about 71,000 appointment letters to newly inducted recruits through video conferencing today. He will also address the appointees on the occasion. Physical copies of the appointment letters to the newly appointed will be handed over at 45 locations across the country. Our correspondent reports that this will be a significant step towards fulfilling the continuous commitment of the government to provide job opportunities for the youth and ensuring welfare of citizens. Here is a report.
The Rozgar Mela is a step towards fulfillment of the commitment of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to give top priority to employment generation. Last month, appointment letters were handed over to 75,000 newly inducted appointees at Rozgar Mela. The appointment letters were given for several posts, including Central Armed Police Force, Sub-Inspector, Constable, Income Tax Inspectors, among others. This time, the posts of teachers, lecturers, nurses, nursing officers, doctors, pharmacists, radiographers and other technical and paramedical posts are also being filled up. With Bhupendra Singh, Suparna Sethia, AIR News, Delhi.
The Prime Minister will also launch the Karmayogi Prarambh module. The module is an online orientation course for new appointees in various government departments. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry has discontinued Air Suvidha form for international arrivals. The order will come into effect from today. The ministry said present guidelines have been revised due to decline in COVID-19 trajectory and significant advances made in COVID-19 vaccination coverage both globally and in India. According to revised guidelines, all travellers should preferably be fully vaccinated as per approved primary schedule against COVID in their country. It has also discontinued the pre-departure RT-PCR test. In Gujarat, 833 candidates are left in the fray after withdrawal of names for the second phase of assembly elections in the state. The voting for this phase will be held on the 5th of December. Meanwhile, campaigning for the first phase has gathered further momentum, with star campaigners of various political parties touring the constituencies to woo the voters. Voting for the first phase will be held on the 1st of December for 89 seats of Saurashtra, Kutch and South Gujarat. More from our correspondent.
Senior leaders of BJP will address public meetings in 72 constituencies of Gujarat today. Party President JP Nadda is scheduled to address public meetings at Sahera, Chanaspa, Siddhpur and Nikol in Ahmedabad, while Union Home Minister Amit Shah will hold election meetings in Khambat, Tharad, Disa and Sabarmati area of Ahmedabad. Congress leader Kanhaiya Kumar is scheduled to hold a roadshow in Jamalpur, Khadia while addressing a public meeting in Daryapur. Aam Aadmi Party's national convener Arvind Kejriwal will also address one public meeting in Khambhalia and two in Surat. With Aparna Khoot, Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
The National Investigation Agency has arrested most wanted terrorist Kulvinderjeet Singh alias Khanpuria from Indira Gandhi International Airport, New Delhi. He had been associated with terrorist outfits including the Babbar Khalsa International and the Khalistan Liberation Force and was arrested soon after his arrival from Bangkok. Absconding since 2019, the arrested was involved and wanted in many terrorist cases including the conspiracy to carry out targeted killings in Punjab. The NIA had declared a cash reward of 5 lakh rupees for information leading to his arrest. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that there is immense scope to boost defence cooperation between India and Cambodia. Mr. Singh said this while holding a meeting with Cambodia's Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister General Samdech Piche Senatiban in Siem Reap yesterday. In a tweet, Mr. Singh informed that during the meeting, both the countries also reviewed the full range of India-Cambodia defence ties. Both the leaders have also recognized Angkor Wat, an ancient temple complex in Cambodia, as a symbol of the long-lasting ties between the two countries. Today, India and Cambodia will co-chair the maiden India-ASEAN Defence Ministers meeting. India on Monday condemned the recent ballistic missile launches by North Korea at the United Nations Security Council, calling it a threat to the peace and security of the region and beyond. India's permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador Ruchira Kamboj, said India condemns the recent ICBM launch by the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, DPRK. She said this follows other ballistic missile launches in the preceding month, following which the Security Council had met. Ms. Kamboj said these launches constitute a violation of resolution of Security Council relating to the DPRK, adding that they affect the peace and security of the region and beyond.
India condemns the recent ICBM launch by the DPRK. This follows other ballistic missile launches in the preceding months, following which the Security Council had met. These launches constitute a violation of the resolutions of the Security Council relating to the DPRK. They affect the peace and security of the region and beyond. India calls for full implementation of the relevant UN Security Council relations relating to the DPRK. We would also like to reiterate once again the importance of addressing the proliferation of nuclear and missile technologies related to the DPRK.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev for his victory in the presidential elections in Kazakhstan. In a tweet, the Prime Minister said he looks forward to continue working together to further strengthen the bilateral partnership of both the countries. In Indonesia, the death toll has risen to over 160 in the earthquake which occurred yesterday afternoon in the main island of Java. US Geological Survey data said the quake struck Cianjur town in West Java at a shallow depth of 10 kilometers. The area where the quake struck is densely populated and prone to landslides. Rescuers have been working to try to save others who might still be trapped under collapsed buildings. Regional Governor Ridwan Kamil has said 162 people were killed and over 700 injured. The 53rd International Film Festival of India, IFFI, currently underway in Goa, has made special arrangements for Divyangjans to enjoy the festival. 2 films for specially abled persons in Divyangjan Special Section will be screened during the festival. The films are Richard Attenborough's Oscar-winning film Gandhi and The Storyteller, directed by Anant Narayan Mahadevan. More from our correspondent.
Movies in this section will have embedded subtitles and audio descriptions. Audio descriptions are specially created audio tracks that narrates the visual information in a film. The audience can listen to the same and the content of the film is conveyed to them, which is otherwise not accessible. The Film and Television Institute of India, Pune is conducting 2 courses free of cost for specially abled persons at IFFI this year. These include a basic course in smartphone filmmaking for people with autism and a basic course in acting for people in wheelchairs. The infrastructure of the IFFI venue has also been revamped for the special needs of Divyangjan. Ashok Shukla, AIR News, Goa.
Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar has arrived back home after completing his 2-day visit to Qatar. He represented India at the inauguration of the FIFA World Cup 2022. During his visit, the Vice President addressed the Indian community. In his address at the reception, he lauded Prime Minister Narendra Modi's effort during the COVID-19 lockdown that ensured food grains to over 80 crore people in the country. In the FIFA World Cup, the Netherlands beat Senegal 2-0 in the Group A match at Al Tumama Stadium in Doha last night. The result leaves the Netherlands level at the top of the group with Ecuador, who beat hosts Qatar 2-0 in the tournament's opening match yesterday. Here is an analysis of the match.
The Netherlands dominated the first half and provided regular pressure around the Senegal penalty area but were poor in front of goal. The Dutch side missed a glorious opportunity to take the lead at 6 minutes as Hapko squared the ball to teammate Steven Bergwijn, whose attempt was blocked. Another chance came on 18 minutes when midfielder Frenkie de Jong found himself in plenty of space and with just opposing goalkeeper Edouard Mendy to beat, but he took too long to get a shot away and the move broke down. Senegal, meanwhile, looked pedestrian in attack as they badly missed the threat of Maine. The Netherlands looked less in control in a largely dull second half, and Senegal enjoyed a pair of promising opportunities late on as Dutch goalkeeper Andries Noppert, making his international debut, was forced into save two dangerous low drives from Idrissa Gueye and then from Ismaila Sarr. But the Netherlands found their clinical touch late on. Hapko broke the deadlock when he met a delightful deep cross from De Jong and headed the Netherlands into the lead. The referee signalled for 8 minutes added time and the Netherlands used it well as Memphis Depay's shot forced Mendy to parry to Klaassen, who provided a comfortable 2-0 lead. With Pratyush Ghosh, Tripti Srivastav, Sports Desk.
Another match between Wales and the USA ended in a 1-1 draw in the Group E match at Al Rayyan Stadium, Qatar. In today's matches, Argentina will take on Saudi Arabia at 3:30 p.m. at Lusail Stadium, Qatar, while Denmark will face Tunisia at Al Rayyan, Qatar. In the third match of the day, Mexico will be up against Poland at Stadium 974 in Doha. In cricket, the third and final T20 international of the series between India and New Zealand will be played at McLean Park in Napier today. The match will start at around 12 noon Indian time. India is leading the three-match series 1-0, winning the second T20I by 65 runs at Mount Maungawini. The first match of the series was washed out without a ball being bowled. Team New Zealand will miss the services of skipper Kane Williamson, who was ruled out on the eve of the series decider due to medical reasons. He has been replaced by Mark Chapman. Nursery admission process for 2023-24 session in Delhi's private schools will begin from the 1st of next month. Directorate of Education of Delhi government said in a notification that the last date of submission of application forms in schools is the 23rd of December. The date for displaying the first list of selected children is the 20th of January. The details of all entry-level classes along with seats available for admission will be declared by all schools by the 16th of December. Delhi BJP has suspended 11 rebel candidates contesting MCD polls. They are fighting against the official BJP candidates. The party has suspended them for 6 years, citing indiscipline. The elections for 250 wards of MCD will be held on the 4th of December. Counting of votes will take place on the 7th of December. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Vaibhav Jyotsna Srivastav.
Thank you, Sunil. The requirement of people arriving from abroad to fill the Air Suvidha form and produce COVID-19 vaccination certificate has been done away with by the government, writes the Hindustan Times. India Inc. urges Finance Minister to lower income tax and GST rates, headlines The Asian Age. The Supreme Court has asked government to specify steps taken to open promotion avenues for women officers and permanent commission, noting that there is a bias against women in promotion, reports The Times of India. Barred from stadiums at home, Iran women travel to World Cup, writes The Pioneer, while the Indian Express headline reads, Team Iran speaks up for women back home, stays silent for national anthem. And finally, due to efforts of the BSF and district administration, farmers have been able to cultivate land beyond the border fence along the international border with Pakistan in Samba district of Jammu for the first time in 24 years, reports the Tribune.
Thank you, Vaibhav. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to distribute 71,000 appointment letters to newly inducted recruits at Rozgar Mela today. In Gujarat, 833 candidates left in the fray after withdrawal of names for second phase of assembly elections. NIA arrests most wanted terrorist Kulvinderjeet Singh, alias Khanpuria, from New Delhi airport. India condemns missile launches by North Korea. Death toll rises to 162 in Indonesia earthquake. In cricket, third and final T20 international between India and New Zealand to be played at McLean Park in Napier today. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.